return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owls offense will start this game off. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him.
Breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Using his legs, it's Mack. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Running behind that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Leaves it with the running back. Look out, he's got
As a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
objective number one today, protecting.
Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down. Because the offense is trying to go fast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Well, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's George. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after a good gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean now? It's now go diamond. Just a nickel package. And taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Finds a tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Special teams coming through as they pin it back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
Change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And I think that's one of the hardest routes to defend. When you're outside and they're running comebacks, you think about it. It looks like it's going deep. It's going deep. I can't get beat deep. Receiver sits down, but how about the break on the football? Getting in between him and the receiver and making the big play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Madden. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida Atlantic has the offense coming. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into the ground.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up. One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw. It's George. Makes the catch. It's Clark. 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. First down. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got him downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Clark. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Reads it, fires complete. And he'll be brought down. And the Golden Gophers line up and try to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout here. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking for a physical attack to go. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. Complete on the comeback. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There he's striking distance at the 37. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking for a gap. It's Madden. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's George. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted and the defense almost came up with a turnover.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Right down the middle. It's gone downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Tempo and overdrive. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Lost to throw again. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 36, but he got 10 on the play. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Lost to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Got the first down. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball. Nice job.
Own coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it up. It's Ayers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's picked off. That's number 10. And he is taken touchdown, Minnesota.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The Owls can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They have balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the open.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
Kick is in the air. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And what a drive
adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The play action fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Back to the ground with the running back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
It's complete to
understanding what he's seeing and just destroying this defense.
He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick strike complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Clark. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And the Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Fit it in the window for the score.
And
Why
it's
are
so
they wearing
underrated,
white
the
jerseys?
relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns,
Yep.
Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has
He's
to be
pretty
great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Very
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ayers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch inside the 30 and strike.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can roll back into this one. They're trailing by 11 to LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grab behind the line. It's caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Guys, this offense is already reeling now. Multiple possessions really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's George. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
We got a close game here in the third quarter. You're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3 and out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
Makes it with the solid return there. Offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's downfield. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Going to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. But take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
fourth down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down. 22. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield, it's George. Got his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes a man miss. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick in his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Now on first down from the 43.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
This time he's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Golden Gophers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's George. That's a fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed to get yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick.
Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move, it's Max. Still on his feet at the 40. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Charcoal! 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 Kill! Here's the handoff. Crosses before he gets it down to 35 before he stopped a gain of 6.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
To the 33. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to throw, it's George. And he gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab right down the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Going to swing it on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Back to throw, it's George. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is always a time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of the guys are down and play? And if you're the quarterback, then you're sacked a few times, you turn the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive.
Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll start this drive going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this.
He lets one fly deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8.
They're cheating. What's this shit? Gotta be. Yeah. That's cheating.
Left.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
He's got an open man. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. A strong